Today, gents, we are kicking off quite a spectacular series of whiskies. This is the Springbank Millennium Series, a Millennium Collection. This is a 20 cl pack that we've managed to pick up at auction, which is the only way really to get whiskies of this calibre these days. As the name suggests, this series was sort of put together around the time of the Millennium. So I think the first release was around 1998. Was finished off 2001, I think. So 6 different expressions. Today we're going to be starting with the entry level, the sort of gentle beginner, the 25-year-old Springbank. The series finished with the 50-year-old, so really finished with a bang.
And this is one of only 50 sets in the world as well, right?
Yeah, the 20 cl presentation, there was only 50 produced. The full-size bottles are a bit kind of more prevalent. I think there's probably a couple hundred of each one. Okay. Again, typically just auction is all you can get for them these days. So we will start with this one, which is the 25-year-old Springbank. Springbank, obviously from Campbeltown distillery. One of your favourites, I imagine, Charlie.
Yeah. So it's especially the older ones. It doesn't have a strength on it.
So the 25-year-old, I believe, is bottled at 46%.
Okay. Yeah, I think on these smaller presentations, obviously the label's only so big.
Oh,
it's a disaster. shall we get a corkscrew?
Artistic cut.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Just either have to put it into the bottle. Okay, that went all right. It is certainly the authentic product, as the character of the cork was certainly questioned and it crumbled under the pressure.
Alas.
So we've got a little bit of extra protein and a little bit of cork in the bottle, but we've done okay actually.
Yeah, I'll let you do the honours, Ross, and pour this one. So this is the 25-year-old, as we say. Springbank, in terms of its character, what are we expecting with this?
Grubby.
Grubby. Sounds delicious.
Springbank is a very, very, arguably the most traditional style of Scotch malt whisky. Well, we'll talk about it. The process there, it's very, very traditional, and the particularly the mature whisky is it's complex, but it's not clean. You know, it's not like Speyside by design. You know, it's maritime. It's well, I'd expect it to be. It brings Campbelltown to life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in these days, 25 years ago, the Campbelltown was a grubby old place. It's a really fine place now.
I often say it's quite a beautiful inconsistency with Springbank because they do everything by hand. Yeah, it's a very authentic product, but it means that actually there is more inconsistency, and it's really that is the distinct character of Springbank.
You feel their batch variation. It's not deliberate. It's just they can't. Even they wanted it consistent.
Absolutely. I mean, even with their official releases of Springbank 25, I've had a couple of different releases, and the cask makeup each year changes. The bottle looks the same. They don't tell you any more information, but it does change. So, enjoy this, gentlemen. Let's have a nose.
Has a stunning nose.
I love the nose.
Strength of this one, you said, Ross, is
46% for the 25-year-old.
Sure.
It is quite lively. It's not as mellow as I would expect it to be, but that's perhaps a good thing.
For me, Charlie, again, we don't know the European oak on the nose. For me, I suppose it could be a small vatting of casks here.
I think it doesn't state that it's a single cask.
I'm not sure about European because it's got a caramel note. Which I would expect from American oak.
I suppose in 25 years, actually, the colour isn't all that dark.
I do feel the cask has contributed a significant amount. I think the younger Springbank is all briny and
yes.
As you can see, quite grubby and rugged.
I really love the nose.
Quite decadent actually in the nose. Yeah, should we give this?
Give
us a try.
Cheers, gentlemen.
It's going on and on and on. I mean, it's opening up in the glass.
It really coats the palate, doesn't it?
It does, and the saltiness is there, and the it's covering off slight sweetness, saltiness, not much acidity, and some spice in the back. It's a lovely whiskey by any measure.
Yeah, for me, it's got a slight almost meatiness.
Yeah.
It sort of reminds me of like more like a Cregella
Yes,
here. One of
yes,
these,
yes.
Yeah.
kind of
Robust.
As I say, again, for me, almost slightly tannic as well in the finish, which is quite interesting.
It is drying, yeah.
Yeah, I really, for the youngest expression in the series, it really is. It's quite special. I think these whiskies aren't something I've tried before. I've heard a few people who've had all 6, and they say the quality can vary quite drastically. I think don't assume the older ones are better than the younger ones.
Yeah.
So a really strong start for the 25-year-olds.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, onward and upward.
Yeah, I think
not onward and downward.
Yeah, a real solid whiskey, bags of flavour, so everything you'd expect from Campbeltown.
Yeah, great texture.
Yeah, and 46% works. I imagine at that age they probably don't have a huge amount of leeway in terms of strength.
As Charlie said, that kind of grubby character that sometimes you get with the younger core releases, after 25 years, that has dissipated slightly as well, even though you still get that classic Campbeltown coastal element you're saying. I often get a little bit more peat and smoke from from Springbank, but starting at 25, it's actually really dissipated, and it's a beautifully rounded whiskey.
Yeah, but I would frankly, I would hope for slightly more smoke.
Yeah,
because obviously they have their own maltings.
Yeah, really beautiful stuff.
Now let us leave a little in our glass.
Good idea.
And then we can compare.
Absolutely, let's do that. But no, really, really good stuff.
If you've got a wee cork that you can put in there.
That will be difficult. What a start to the series.
Yeah, really impressive. And if that's, the entry level one, 30 could be really something special. So, cheers. Here we go.
Cheers.
If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Bevvy content. We want to hear what you think, your best whiskey experiences, the whiskies you want us to try. It's a really exciting journey we're on, so make sure to join us. Download the Bevvy app on Google Play and App Store to keep track of your whiskey journey, connect with your whiskey friends, keep track of your favourites, anything you could ever want to do with whiskey, all in one place. It's the definitive whiskey companion.